I'm Rolland.
Currahee. Currahee. Now, you're racking your brain right now, most of you, because I see some really strange looks. And it's not Hebrew, and it's not Greek. What it is Cherokee. And one of the best-made films I've ever watched, a series, was the HBO series Band of Brothers. So if any of you have that, as a veteran, that's just, and a bit of a historian, since that was my minor in college, just loved it. It was no adding on to the history. It was a straight history. If that real person got killed early on, that real person got killed. And one of the things that they showed about this unit was that, well, let me give you a little background. America was playing catch-up because the war had happened and they were unprepared. And so what they decided to do was train whole units, and it's something they'd never done before and they don't do now, but probably will again if we're ever in a time of war, is they took a whole unit, a whole division, a whole regiment, whole battalions at a time, and trained them from privates up, all at once. And these men were part of what was called Easy Company. And they were part of the 506 Parachute Infantry Regiment. And these men were dumb enough and desperate enough to jump out of perfectly good planes for an extra $50 a month because that was what you got. And back then in the Great Depression, that was a lot of money. So they trained at a place called Toccoa. And nearby, where their training ground was a large hill. It's not a mountain. It looks like a mountain, but, you know, a mountain has to be a certain amount of feet above sea level.
I take exception to that. We live near there. It is a mountain.
Exactly. Okay, you're going to have that struggle. It is a big hill. But it looks like a mountain because it's on a plateau. And the men were trained to run up and down that hill. And it's funny because when you read the book, and I have the book, the men thought when they first got there, that'll be our very last thing that we do on graduation, is we'll run up as a group to the top of the mountain and we'll come back down. But minutes after they were told to fall in, they were told to put their PT gear on, and they ran up it then. Anybody that fell out was kicked out of the airborne. It was an elite group. The creme de la creme, the cream of the crop, right? It was the airborne. Even when I was in the Army, the airborne was what you wanted to be. That was what you aspired to, was those jump wings. And the name Currahee is a Cherokee word that means we stand alone.